Hello everybody, my name is Kelly Burden and today I'm going to be telling you why I should be the next president of the United States of America. Orange Gatorade. I have made a list of all the things I would do if I were to be president, so I hope you will take them into consideration. First of all, let's just talk like, some economy type things. I would probably close SeaWorld just because I don't really hear a lot of good things about it. We'll definitely be looking into it at the very least. Next, this is something that's bothered me for a really long time, but I will definitely be making sure that all Pop-Tarts are frosted on the entire Pop-Tart and not just in the middle. Like, look at that. We still have all of this edge here with no frosting on it. I think that's such a waste. In the future, I definitely am going to be overseeing the process of Pop-Tart making and making sure that they cover the whole Pop-Tart. So good, but we could improve. Why not be the best? LED light remote. Can you tell that they're like on Fate 7? I don't know. Next, getting down to some more serious stuff, free healthcare definitely gonna be something that we are gonna implement. We're just gonna have free healthcare. Yeah, like nobody really needs to make money off of other people staying sick or getting better from their sickness. Like, we should all just want people to be better because we're an advanced society and we're nice. Like, let's just be nice. Along with the healthcare stuff, free feminine products. I didn't choose to like bleed every month, so I don't know like why I would need to pay more for that. Next, we're gonna reduce college expenses. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me why college is so expensive. Like, I know there's housing and like food and whatever. I don't know why people need to be in debt for literally their whole lives. Like that's just kind of a bummer. And I don't think we need to have that. That's so intimidating. Imagine how good our country could be if everybody was educated. I don't know, times could be so good. Next, talking about money, still the economy, I guess. We're raising minimum wage to $12 nationally. Right now, it's like $7.25. You're kidding. $7.25 an hour? Like, who can live off of that? That's not, oh my god. Most states have it higher by now, but like nationally, I think that standard needs to be way higher, at least $12. For now, it's definitely would increase in the future because of inflation, but like, next, immigration. We're just not gonna act like we have been. People are free to live here. Like, yeah, we're gonna have like paperwork and whatnot, and like, you gotta do some stuff, but like, we're not just gonna kick people out. Like, there is no reason to do that. We are all like living on one planet. The concept of like buying land and saying like, no, this is mine, kind of is just a social construct, and it doesn't like make a ton of sense if you really think about it. Somebody like moves to America from wherever and they're like, I want to live here because I like this country, I want to live here. Awesome, like here's like some paperwork, yeah, maybe fill it out, then you're good. Like we didn't choose where we were born, so I don't understand like why we gotta be particular about that. Oh, thank god. I hate when people leave me unopened. And then a few more things we're just generally going to look into is the environment. I feel like we're definitely going to be doing some more environmental things. We're going to care about the environment more. We're going to reduce our plastic use. We're going to put more energy into making sure our environment is taken care of because it's stupid not to. Less money on war. Kind of bad, like don't vibe with that violence piece. Next, we're changing the education system. I already talked about this a little bit, but standardized testing I don't think is the right move. As an alternative to standardized testing, I would suggest something like, because part of standardized testing is that like those results get released to the community, so the community is like, oh, this is what we spend our tax money on, this is how the kids are doing. But instead, I feel like we could just have some type of like, each school has a little showcase at the end of the year. Students can pick like their favorite project or something they learn or whatever, and they present it to the community at the end of the year, and the school just has like a showcase of like, here's what our students have been learning. But we don't have to have these like standardized test scores because first of all, the test that hurts your brain in your self-esteem, and like maybe not for some people. I don't think it's helpful in the long run. If I was president, the education system would be more like project-based. There'd be a lot less busy work. We wouldn't probably have to go to school for as long because we can just cut out some of that busy work time, and then people can spend more time like in life. Like at a job, or you know, learning how to cook for their family. Maybe they're cooking dinner tonight, and like more stuff like that, that's like life skills at home, instead of like, here's a worksheet, we're going to be in school for another hour. Another idea I'm bouncing around a little bit is free Spotify and Apple Music for everybody. I just feel like music's really important, and I kind of like the idea of it being free, although you can get Spotify for free, you just have to listen to ads. So I guess it's fine, but like, that's just kind of another idea I had the other day, was like, maybe free music. Also, maybe some more like laws regarding like video games and internet. Like, I don't know specifically what, but definitely some more laws about like what kids can watch on the internet. I know YouTube had a big thing last year, like some advertisers aren't like suitable for certain videos, and they took it off of like kids content. It's was a big thing. But like, although that's like probably annoying for some people, that's like what we need, because your kids shouldn't be able to just like get online and watch, you know, stuff that they probably shouldn't be watching. Making sure kids are safe online, maybe restrictions around advertising and how we advertise things, because a lot of that's not good. A lot of it's, you know, like sexist and maybe not age appropriate. So I think maybe the government will get more involved with that and make sure that it's at least like reasonable, and it's not just like a free-for-all. Okay, last but not least, we're gonna be changing around the map a little bit. I'm gonna be rearranging the United States. First of all, I just want to say that each of these states is valued and important. This is just how I think geographically the United States would make more sense. Okay, so first of all, so we have a whole section right here-ish that's like the Rocky Mountains, and I think that should be its own little state. Let's take a look and make sure that's correct. It's like the end of Mexico, and then it goes all the way up through Idaho, I guess. So I would definitely make this its own like little area. We're just gonna call it Rocky Mountains, but I think that makes it a little more easy to understand when people come to the US. They're like, oh, the Rocky Mountains, but like, which part? Well, it's just its own state now. Same thing for the Mississippi River. I think it might just be best to do that. So we're just gonna make the Mississippi River like its own little state or whatever, and we'll just call that Mississippi. We have that state Mississippi. Oh, this is tough. We're getting rid of Mississippi, and we're gonna combine it with Arkansas. Yeah, that looks good. So we're just gonna call that, we're gonna change the spelling of Arkansas a little bit so it like makes a little bit more sense with the English language. Alabama, haven't heard a lot of good stuff out of Alabama. I think there's a lot of history there and whatnot. We're just gonna combine it with the Georgia, the Carolinas. So I feel like it's a little complicated to have north and south, north and south. So we're just gonna combine both of those, call it Carolina. Same thing with the Dakotas, instead of like north and south, you know, Dakota, whoop, there it is. Don't really even get me started on Ohio. I just feel like there's not famous people that come out of there. Paul Brothers, Kathy from Dance Moms, So we're just gonna combine it with Indiana. Oh, Virginia's, I forgot about those. That's also just gonna be combined into one big Virginia. Nebraska and Wyoming. We're combining Nebraska and Wyoming and just calling it, God, what would we say? Cornland, I guess? I don't know, fields. That's not really a good name for a state, that's not respectful. I feel like Texas has just too much pride in their own. It's just annoying. So we're just gonna extend Oklahoma down a little bit. So we're also gonna edit Louisiana a little bit so she's a little bigger. I would like make Los Angeles its own thing, but I kind of feel like Los Angeles, California has a nice ring to it. I guess maybe it'd be cool if like Wisconsin and Michigan were together, because then it's just like the lakes and like one big state. We'll just call that Wisconsin. Yeah, I think we're gonna get rid of Maine just entirely. We can give it to Canada, I guess. You know, we'll just give them a little like sorry that we kind of sucked for a little bit. Sorry we're not fun to be around. Sorry we steal most of your celebrities. Here's Maine. Vermont and New Hampshire, we're gonna combine that. We'll just say New Vermont. Oh, I forgot about Florida. Florida's fine, it's just... Wyoming, Nebraska, Kansas. We're combining all three of those into our Fields state. Actually, let's call it Field Day, because Field Day was fun. And field day was one of those things as a kid that I never wanted to spend more than a day doing, and neither did anybody else. So we're just gonna call it field day because nobody would want to spend more than a day in those states probably. Also, Iowa, Illinois, they both start with an I, so let's just combine those. I like the name Iowa better, so we're gonna call it Iowa, but Chicago's gonna be the capital. Yeah, so Kentucky, Tennessee, we're also gonna combine those because they're kind of, feel like they also have the same vibe. Tennessee, with a K, Tennessee, yeah. So that looks good. My math teacher is from New Jersey, so I feel a little bit bad doing this, but we're just gonna combine New Jersey with New York. I guess I'm okay with Washington being its own state, but I'm gonna extend it. We're diminishing Iowa completely. Yeah, this looks pretty good to me. All right, here's my final map of the US. This is how I would change it. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and leave me a comment about what you would do if you were president of the United States. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you take all of my ideas into consideration and vote for me, Kelly Burden, for President of the United States in the 2020 election. Just write my name in because it probably won't be printed because I'm a woman. I don't know.